Right, welcome to this week's handwriting lesson. So what we're going to do is I'm going to break it up into three parts for this activity. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to spell our tricky words from this week on our handwriting. Then I'm going to do a few words from the Year 1 phonics and then a few words from the Year 2 phonics. So keeping it nice and simple, I think. So we're going to start off with our tricky words. And the first word we're going to have a go at is kind. Now remember, for handwriting, we always start on the bottom blue line for every letter and we join the whole word. Okay, so let's have a go with kind to start with. So we start on the bottom blue lines. You go all the way up to the top because K is a tall letter, all the way back down again, a little bit round, and then down like that. Then we go into the I, which is the I. We don't put the dot on yet. We go up to the start of the N and back down and round. And then we go into the D, which is like a curly K. We go all the way up to the top and down with a little flick. Only then do we do the dot for the I. Okay, let's do this two more times and then I will move on to the next one. But I would like you to do a whole row of each word. So here we go again, a bit quicker this time. K, I, N, D, and then the dot. So the round part of the D, the round part of the K, the I and the N are all in between the blue lines. And we go up to the red line for the K and the D. One more time. K, I, N, D, and then the dot. Okay, now we're going to do mind. Mind starts off with a small letter this time, so we're only going to the top blue line, and it is the D again that goes up the top. I'm going to do this twice. So M is up and round and down, and then again. Then up for the I, down, up for the N, down and round, and then into the D. There we go, and then dot the I. And again, start on the bottom blue line, go up, down and round again, and then up for the I, up for the N, down, round, and the D is there, and then we dot the I. So it's the same ending for quite a few of these words, so it should be the same movements with your handwriting. The next one I'm going to do is behind. So we're starting off with the B, which goes all the way up and down, and then you've got the big fat belly, and then you've got the E, so we go roller coaster round into the E like that, and then we go straight up to the H, straight down and round for the hump, and then we've got our IND again, so it's I, up, down and round for the N, and then into the D. If you want to pause the video and have a go at each one as I'm going, absolutely fine, or you can just wait till the end. I'm going to do one more behind, so we start on the bottom blue line, go all the way up to the red, and back down again, round for the B, into the roller coaster for the E, and up, and down, and round, and then we've got our IND, so I, N, D, behind, dot the I. Two more left. I'm going to have to delete them, the ones at the top. We're going to do child. So starting on the bottom blue line, you go up, get to about there and go back round again, all the way into the H, and then straight back down, round for the hump and into the I. We don't dot the I, we go all the way up to the L, and all the way back down again, and then round as if we're doing that curly cup, but go all the way up to the top and down, and then we dot the I. Again, C, H, I, L, D. Perfect. Okay. And then finally children. Well, children is child just with a few extra letters on the end. So watch, we go curly K, up to the H, that's a big gap actually, it's not brilliant. Into the I, into the L, into the D, and then we go up to there. Then you have to go back down again for the R and then round. Don't try and go up and round in one movement. And then with the E, you go slightly downwards as if you're doing the roller coaster, like that, and then into the N. Okay, not the best. Let me try again. C, much closer that time, that's much better. Try and keep your letters as close together as you can without actually, now I've made a mistake because I'm talking to you. So let's start again. Try and make it so your letters are closer together and not too spread out. H, I, L, D, not the best D, R, E, N, little flick at the end. Okay, so those are our 5 tricky words. Now, this week, year ones, you have been focusing on the A sound. So I've got 4 words from our phonics for this week to practice with. Just because it's the year 1 phonics doesn't mean year 2s you can't write the words. So we're going to start off with the A sound, and we're going to do train, okay? It is not CH at the beginning of train, it is TR. So we start on the bottom blue line, we go all the way up to the top and back down again into the R. So that's up, down and round. And the A joins at the top. So we get to about there and then you go backwards and then into the I and then into the N. Then you dot the I and then you cross the T on the top blue line. So all the letters are in between the 2 blue lines apart from the T of train. One more time, just a bit quicker. T, R, A, I, N, and cross. The next one we're going to use is the A at the end of the word, which is AY, and we're going to write spray. So the S is always a bit of a tricky one, so watch, starts on the bottom blue line, you go all the way up to the top blue line. As if we were doing a curly curve, and then you go back on yourself, and then when you get to where you stopped before, you go back on yourself again. Then you go back round and into the P, which goes down to the bottom red line. It's the first letter we've done to do that today. And then round. And then the P joins at the bottom of the circular part, not down here. So we go R, down and round. A, just like we did before, and then into the Y. So that's 1 up, 2, and round, and then it goes back over and it joins where the blue line is. Make sure that the bottom part of the A is not the start of your Y. There's got to be a gap and then you start the Y. Right, again, a bit quicker this time. So S, P, this is much better. R, across, round for the A, and like that. Much, much better. Right, split diagraph A sound now, and everybody likes a bit of cake, so we're going to write the word cake. So it is curly-cur, A, kicking-cur, E. Okay, so as if we were doing the K, go round, back round again, into the A, almost the same movement, but this time you go all the way round, all the way up, and back down. We've done all these letters already, so they shouldn't be too difficult. When you've done the kicking cut, you go into the roller coaster for the E, and there it is. Okay, and again, oh, massive leading line there, not brilliant. The whole point of this is so we can see it, start to see it in your writing in your English books. So we've got train, we've got spray, we've got cake, and then yesterday's phonics year ones, we've got the word acorn. So this is a word with no tall letters or letters that go below the line, so they should all stay in that gap. And we've got A, down and round for the C, so they're the opposite way round for cake. then up to the O. Now for the O we go all the way round, and the O joins at the top, not the bottom, so we go across, and because it's an R we go down and then round into the N, which is down and round again, like that, a bit quicker. A, C, O, R, N, acorn. Okay, so that's our tricky words and the year 1 words done. Now we're going to do some year 2 words. So again, year 1s, it doesn't matter if you haven't done this. It's all about spelling and handwriting. It's not about anything else. So we're going to have 3 words, and the first word is yelling. Now remember, it's doubling the consonant and then adding ing. So starting on the bottom blue line, going up as if we're doing the year, all the way down to the red line and back across, straight into the roller coaster for the E. Now remember, it's double the consonant, so we need 2 L's. So that goes up once and down, up again and down, and then into the ing. So I, N, G. And then the dot. Okay? Not going to do it again. Right, swimming. Okay, so the only letter that's going to go anywhere apart from the middle blue lines is the G. So S we've done before. W, so that's up, down, up, down, up. W joins at the top, so we go across, then down for the I, and then into the N, and then the G. And you know what? That says swing. That does not say swimming at all. So let's completely ignore what I've just said. And let's start again. So we've got the S, W, down and round twice, across for the I, then into the M. So that's the opposite of the W. So we go up and round, and then we go up, down, and round again, and then into the I and the N and the G. And then you dot the 2 I's. And then the last word we're going to have a go at is popping. Now remember, the P's join at the bottom of the circle. So we've got up to the top blue line and down, all the way down, and then the round part. And then we go into the O, which is like a curly curve. We go all the way round. Now the O joins at the top. So we're going to go across a little bit and then all the way down, and then all the way back up again and round. And then up and all the way down and all the way up again and round, and then into the ing. So I, down, N, down and round, and then the G. Popping. And that is your phonics, and that's your phonics. That's your handwriting for this week. Come back next week and we will do year 1's sound for next week, and we will do a few more words to help year 2's. See you next week for some more handwriting.